A block of flats that pretty much from the word go, since it was opened several years ago, has experienced problems for residents who live there. These came to a head particularly several weeks ago when we had a huge leak of water from part of the heating system in Clyde House that then rapidly spread through the electrics and was hugely concerning to residents who were worried about the health and safety issues that this would inevitably lead to. I, of course, as a local MP, did my best working with the agent who manages the property, A2 Dominion, to see what I could do to get them to respond more promptly to residents' concerns. Residents had had major issues in getting the repairs done that were urgent by then, and I myself, Madam Deputy Speaker, also encountered the same problem in not being able to find a person in A2 Dominion initially who was prepared to actually take some responsibility to make sure the repairs were done that were by then absolutely necessary. I held a residents' meeting, the first of three actually to date, in Clyde House for residents, and at those meetings also had a chance to look in some of the flats that people were living in, and they were flats where I saw issues of potential electrical faults, water damage close to electrical fittings, issues of severe condensation because of poor ventilation in the flats that residents told me had really been a problem right from the start. And this was just part of a series of issues that block of flats faced. Another one was the fact that the lifts that served the flats were extremely unreliable. So much so we had had several instances where elderly people and disabled people had literally been unable to get into their homes because the flats weren't working and they could not either be carried upstairs or somehow get upstairs without the aid of a lift, which is totally unacceptable. Other families were worried for health and safety issues, or perhaps their children suffering asthma, which they had real concerns and genuine suspicions that this had been brought on by the damp and the mould in the flats. I have to say that after three residents' meetings, we did get a plan of works from A2 Dominion. This was absolutely vital that the organisation finally responded to the issues that Clyde House residents were experiencing. Since then, although initially we had some deadlines that were missed, which only sought to raise concerns of all of us even further in the first week we were trying to get action finally taken, I can say to the House now that more progress has been made. And so what has now happened, and I have to be obviously set an even record to reflect the work that A2 Dominion have now done, is much more to address the urgent and then broader issues faced by Clyde House. So what we will now, I will give way